Hello again, this is Dr. Jerry Cuomo. I'm here with tooth number 29. It's a lower second premolar. We're going to go ahead and mark out our cingulum, or excuse me, our occlusal central groove area. Now, this will be a class 2, but it's going to have two boxes to it. It's going to have a mesial box and a distal box. So you got a lower premolar. Again, verifying it is tooth number 29. What we do is try to give you a tooth that has not been worked on as an extra bonus. So 29 is this tooth. It's right next to the molar that we prepared in class, tooth number 30. So again, what I'm going to do is outline the prep. It's going to include an S contour on the mesial, similarly to that. Excuse me, an S contour both on mesial and distal, similarly to that of the bicuspid where we did the DO on number 12. All right, so smaller tooth, everything's going to be smaller. We'll start our motor up again to 4 and go ahead and start prepping our tooth. First thing I'm going to do is do my depth cuts, one in the mesial. Now on this tooth, again, it's pretty straight up and down, so I'm going to go long axis of the tooth and maybe a little bit more toward the buccal. Let me turn my suction on. There we go. Distal and mesial, about the same. And just connect the dots. You can put another one in the middle here if you prefer. And drop it down. And now connect the dots. And might be going a little deep, but that's okay. All right. Dots are connected. Now you got to do your go up and down into your dovetail routine. This one's going to go up toward the buccal and down. Again, lingual boxes are going to be facing, the lingual wall is going to be 90 degrees. The buccal will have that little dovetail. That S contour that we mentioned earlier. So now you can start to carry this all the way out. This would be your class 1 preparation, right? Where you're not including the proximal box. Now I'm going to pull this distal all the way out and break right on through the distal wall. Some of you don't want to use a 556 at this point. You can. I'm just going to try to do it all with 699. And I think I'm going to go ahead and break through and get my 556. So I'm going to stop my motor, do a burr change, and while I'm doing that, I can talk to you a little bit about, some of these teeth that we do such conservative preparations on. especially on bicuspids. Down the road, they end up sometimes fracturing, or they're so small, but we're trying to restore 3 surfaces of the tooth and sometimes 4 surfaces of the tooth. And you almost want to recommend a full coverage crown for teeth like that. All depends how much decay and how much tooth structure is missing. Alright, we're back. Did our burr change. Now I have a larger burr again. I'm just going to go right through the wall. Of course, with the larger diameter, it cuts very quickly. Still have to have a little control over that. So I'm going to switch to a palm thumb maneuver. I'm also going to lower my motor just a little. There we go. Okay, so Distal-Buccal Wall. It's going to be an S contour, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Again, the way the tooth is situated in the mouth, you got to break contact, and so this lingual wall needs to be just parallel. Okay. Again, you can create that just about any way you want to create it. In the mouth, though, it's all going to be vertical. Alright. So there's one, and that varies. It could be narrow, it could be medium, or it could be very large. All depends on the amount of decay that's spread in approximately. Don't forget the decay is here. So you can see our angle. We're just slightly angled buccal to lingual on that. Let's break through the mesial. Again, all you're doing is just pulling the burr. This is a pretty long preparation. It takes a little while for us to get this perfected. Alright, and I'm going to avoid any finger injury here and just move my finger over as I pull that end through. And we'll bring this. Take a look at that. So it's like a mirror image, both mesially and distally. Alright. Now we've got to drop our boxes, so just like we did in the past, take the diameter of the burr. It's a much smaller tooth, we can just drop and go about half the distance of the burr. Careful of your finger. That's about right. And connect the dots. You got the idea. Alright. Smaller teeth are harder. I would definitely use a tooth clamp with this one to be on the safe side. And goggles. So you can see how I'm lining up the box with the coronal portion. Alright, that's the distal box, and I can work on that a little bit better. I can even take my $6.99 back and work on it. Again, I'm going to drop this box next. I'm going to go this way. I give my fingers a little rest. Alright. You can lean a tooth up against the tabletop too, you know, just maybe put a piece of wood underneath it or anything to give you a little bit of a brace. So I'm going to also extend the isthmus, or the middle portion. I'm just going to come through and break through on that, just to the diameter of the burr. There we go. Looks pretty good, actually. Again, you can work on the S-contour as I showed you earlier. I'm going to continue to work on this a little bit more, but I think you got the idea. Lingual wall should be 90 degrees to the surface. The buccal wall needs to have that S-contour. I would probably extend my box a little bit more on the mesial of this tooth. And all right. So when you're finished, you'll have, I'm just going to turn my motor off now, give my fingers a break. When you're finished, you'll have a preparation with two boxes, one on the, excuse me, oh, got a little something caught on this. One on the mesial aspect here with an S-shaped contour on the buccal wall, and on the distal you'll also have the same type of thing. I would just smooth all this in here and just make sure you have a good proportion between your pulpal floor and your gingival floor. That seems like I do. Alright, that's the lower second premolar, number 29. It's an MOD tooth preparation. It's a class 2 MOD. So it's a 3-surface tooth preparation. This is Dr. Jerry Cuomo. We'll see you on the next video clip to include a full crown preparation. I believe it's going to be on tooth number 11, and that'll be the last segment for this more advanced video section for Introduction to Dentistry. Take care. We'll see you next time.